Hey guys, this is Karan Dani from MobiScrub and we have the Samsung Gear S2 Classic with us. Now I'm really happy I've got the Classic version because I've heard it looks better than the Sports version. The Sports version, although it comes in two colors, the Gear S2 Classic comes only in one color, that's black, but it comes with a leather strap. So let's just go ahead and cut open the box and see what all we've got inside. And just to tell you, this is the Bluetooth and Wi-Fi version, so it actually syncs up even if you're not around your phone and you've got wireless network around. So there you go, guys. It's the Samsung Gear S2 Classic. It's a beautiful looking round smartwatch, and it's black in color because that's what the Classic comes in. Feels great. So far so good. But let's just go ahead, dig inside, and see what's there one by one. The first thing that I see is the wireless charger. It's the charging port, and it's brilliant looking. I mean, it's really slick. I think you've got the USB 2.0 port right over there. So you've got your charger again. I'll be taking that out in a while, but you just plug it in and you strap your watch around this, and your watch starts to charge. So let's keep that again aside and look at what else we've got. So you've got the leather strap. It's a different sized leather strap, I'm guessing. So this one definitely feels smaller than what's already on it. Must be the small size. And of course, you can just change. There you go. That's S right there for the Gear S2. And this really takes care of the problem I had initially with smartwatches that didn't feel like you were wearing an actual natural timeless piece. But this, it really just makes you feel like you're wearing a watch, which I think is pretty great. Now the power brick gets its power from this cute little adapter with a USB 2.0 charging cable. Now nothing really fancy to talk about here, it's just an adapter. It's small because the battery in the the Gear S2 Classic is small. And other than that, you've got the quick start guide that no one really ever cares about, but this time you might just want to read how to change the strap because that one could be a little tricky. Looking at the Gear S2, I definitely feel that Samsung has got it right with smartwatches this time. I honestly also think that this is much better than the Apple Watch in the way it looks and feels. Now the stainless steel truly makes this feel like a superb timepiece to wear on yourself, and the leather strap delivers a very organic watch wearing experience. Now that's the heart rate monitor at the back. This is housing a 250 milliampere hour battery which easily lasts you 2 days. On the right hand side you have the back button on top, the home button below it, and in between you have the microphone that picks up all the voice commands as well as voice messages that you can send from the device itself. The classic version of the Gear S2 features a rotating bezel just like the Gear S2 Sport. However, it also has ridges along the side that makes it easier to rotate as it gives you a better grip. Let's finally switch on the device and see what it's all about. Now to really get you started, the Gear S2 is running on Samsung's very own proprietary software, Tizen. The good thing about Tizen is that it connects with any smartphone and not necessarily a Samsung smartphone, unlike the Gear Fit. However, the app ecosystem of Tizen is yet to mature and hence does not come with a lot of apps like you'd see with the Android Wear watches. The device has a 1.2-inch 360 pixels by 360 pixels Super AMOLED display, which as you already know are known for their vivid and punchy color reproduction. Using the Gear S2 is a lot of fun. Well, at least it is so in the beginning. You'd almost fall in love with the interface. It's soft, lively, and fun to use. Rotating the bezel helps you fan through multiple options, and a touch helps you make the selection. It's quite intuitive and does not really ask for a lot of learning. It's the combination of this rotating bezel and touch functions that makes all the difference from other watches. And well, of course, the great looking device in itself. The Gear S2 is powered by a 1.2 GHz dual-core processor and 512 MB of RAM. With 4 GB of internal memory, you can store about 300 songs within the device. With NFC, the Gear S2 is also ready for Samsung Pay later in the future, if and when it hits India. The charging port is a pretty good move too. It gives you the feeling of wireless charging while it also has a magnetized surface that keeps the Gear S2 in place. My favorite feature of the Gear S2 is the fact that you can change the interface of the clock and how it looks every time you twist your arm around to look at the time. There are plenty of watch face types available in the Gear S2 Manager app, and you can just tap and select them on the go. You can even stylize the dial in the background and even choose what information to display on the clock, like the battery status, number of unread notifications, number of steps, alarm time, wall clock, caffeine intake, water intake, and so on. The Samsung Gear Manager app on the smartphone helps you manage apps, notifications, managing content, layout of the apps, and many other settings. You can select and deselect apps for which you'd like to receive notifications. You can also download and install more apps on your Gear S2 as you explore the Gear App Store. While I'm yet to review the device completely, my first impressions are that it's probably one of the most good looking smartwatches out there at this moment, and the combination of touch and rotating bezel really adds for a fun experience. With not many apps out there supporting the Gear S2, the app ecosystem is definitely limited as compared to the Android Wear, but knowing Samsung, they'll eventually get there. I'm going to be spending a couple of days with the Gear S2 and see how it pans out for me. I'll get back with the full review of the device, and meanwhile, you can leave your questions in the comment section below. Thank you for watching, guys. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that like button. See you soon.